Hello everyone, I am Begüm and I need life. Yes. I hope it works. Usually, I think the funniest thing during this technology game-related events, technology never works. But we'll see that. Let's not manifest it. But hello and welcome to my channel, I guess. Let's start with the introduction. I cannot, as you see. Oh, yes. So I brewed you a really cute and fun agenda for you. And we are going to talk about some trending practices in 2025 and what will get you hexed and how you can avoid it. But at the same time, I know that you are all poor developers without any money or mental health, most probably. We are going to fix that too, because I would like to mention this IGDA grant program for you. I get you covered, besties. So let's begin. So I am Begüm, and I'm originally from Istanbul, but living in Finland over 8 years. I came here because heavy metal, of course. And I found myself in game industry when I moved here, but my background is actually, I studied 4 years in Fine Arts Academy in Istanbul. And in my last year, when I started to work for an art startup, I realized my passion and my interests, where all the interdisciplinary components come together in marketing, in digital marketing. And I changed my career path. And yeah, I started to work with fintech companies, started with social media, and it continued all the way through Finland, which I started to work for game companies. And the first one was from VRKiwi in Oulu. And we made the first VR game that entered the Oculus main store top-selling games chart from #2. So it's such a #torille moment. It means to the square. Had to celebrate some hockey wins on something, but I think that's also some precious information. Okay, so yeah, I have experience with both these global companies, and I know the struggles of startups, and I'm here to spill the tea. Besides that, I have 2 cats. It was 3. One of them died last year, but yeah, daily grieving is part of my life now. And yes, then I moved to Helsinki, Espoo, 2 years ago, and decided to start my own company, Hexen Marketing. And now I'm helping indie game developers to get better in their dreaded marketing task. I convert them to a marketing lover. So let's see if it's gonna work for you. Okay. So let's start with some reality check, and then we can go and touch the grass if possible. So first of all, I would like to talk about that 40% of Steam games in 2025 made under $10. It's not because they were terrible games. It's not that they weren't talented. They possibly didn't think that, yeah, when I launch my game, then I will make the marketing. It doesn't work like that. You need to make your marketing the moment when you start to write your GDD. Then you won't have to suffer and think about tricks and some magic to make your game look visible. So I am not quite surprised, to be honest, that all these games earn under $10. And then, of course, I think the real curse is that now Steam is overpopulated. I've listened to the previous talk made by those freaks there, yeah. I salute you as a fellow freak. And yeah, I totally see how all these trends change since a couple of years ago, when it was enough to put yourself in Twitter. I'm not gonna say X, sorry, I'm that sassy. Yes, and yeah, so it would be enough for these companies. It's like solo devs go to Twitter and share their stuff, and we would have some fellow nerds who would like and support and so on. It doesn't work now. You really need to be active as possible, which I will tell you soon how to make that. And I'm gonna call you out because I made some archetypes for game developers, and I want you to find yourself there. Let's talk about another thing. Yes, so some people think that, okay, I develop my game and I put it on Steam. Now Steam will market my game. No, It will not. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about how passionate you are, how you are connected to your game, and it will go viral overnight, and you will get all the money and more cats, most probably. But yeah, it doesn't work like that, and I'm here to hold your hand and tell the truth. Steam is not a marketing tool. Steam is an amplifier. Whatever you put there, Steam will amplify it. If you put 0, it will reflect 0. If you put 50%, it may even support it through 70% kind of visibility. But you need to put yourself out there. So let's get out of our caves. Moving on. Yes, so I was thinking about, I've been living in Finland for so long and working with games now 8 years, first 5 years with VR games and so on, but I think it gave me an overall understanding how these developers' mind work. I collaborated with lots of Finnish devs and also international devs, and I was thinking how they would look if they would be Game of Thrones characters. So I came up with 4 prototypes that I think that you guys are fitting, and I hope it's not Hodor, because mostly are Hodors. But the marketing personas I'm pointing out here is mostly based on communication and marketing practices. So if you do communication, first of all, do we know the difference between communication and marketing? Yeah, I feel like John Travolta meme. But yeah, so communication is how you build trust, how you communicate, how you post your devlogs, how to make events and community contests and live streams, etc. But marketing is more like a I'm gonna take your money kind of thing. There are campaigns, and there are some festivals that you attend. There are paid advertisements. So the tools and the method that marketing and communication in games, they are not the same, but they are super strong when they come together and kiss, okay? So here I wanted to talk about that, what happens when you do marketing and communication well together. What happens if you only focus to your marketing and avoid communication altogether? And what if you are super good communication person, but you are too shy to market your game and you don't even want to see people, which I can relate, but not business-wise, okay. I hope you all are kind of Tywin Lannister here, because in my opinion, Tywin Lannister was great marketing and communication person that combines them together. Every table he sits, he makes the deal, he gets the money, he knows where to talk, when to talk, and he has great allies. He is playing the long game. He's not there to get money and just run away. He builds, he is dedicated. So this is the same in game marketing for the developers, right? So if you are telling the story of your game from the day one, and you are not waiting that your game looks perfect so you can put it out there, you are there building connections, participating events, networking with other awkward people in the industry, because hey, you are not working for a bank. This is game industry. This is one of the most creative industries in the world. Sorry, bankers, but yeah, it sucks. So why don't we enjoy this opportunity that we have and just put ourselves authentic? And I agree that it takes time for you to find your tone, but I think this is really important. And if you don't do it, and I think this is one of the most common archetypes that I see, doing heavy marketing but no communication, which is giving me this like pushy sales guy, buy my game, buy my game, buy my game. And there is no like Discord communication, no community. And when the launch day comes, they just like push all the advertisement, put money to influencers, put money to meta ads and all the jazz. But yeah, maybe this developer will get some money to the pocket, but it doesn't mean that the meaningful connections are being made and people will forget about you, and possibly you will annoy the hell out of these people. So this is the importance of communication. And Hodor is our lovely, shy dev who has good intentions and friends and helping everyone. Just like Hodor, Hodor can hold the doors, but he cannot close a sales. This is the same guy. He goes to events and like help people, being super friendly, talk about the game, talk about the lore and inspirations, but there's no call to action. What is call to action? Call to action is like poking people. Hey, like I have this cool thing, but now it's in Steam. Like, do you to wishlist it or maybe join my Discord? And like now we are in discount, we are having sales. Would you like to be part of it? And just invite people to take action so your good intentions will have a return in your bank account in future. Why it's important? Are we doing it all for money? Possibly yes, but no at the same time. Because when you are dealing with third parties, investors, they don't care how wishlisted your game is. They care about if you have a community there. How are you communicating with them? Communications, as you see, it's not enough by itself, but are those people are staying? And there is, of course, the Robin Aaron, no communication, no marketing, world is burning, and he's just like the mother's milk from the breast. That was very disturbing scene. I had to include this because I know that you have sick minds like us. But yeah, no Discord, no events. Meh, I don't want to meet with people. Yeah, it's all the business like BS and I don't want to be part of it. Okay, go and cry and write your diary how your game is invisible and got lost to the void. So that was my 2 cents. Now let's talk about where the magic happens in 2025. I separated to a few different components. One of them is the communities, because I think it's really important. Another one is the influencer marketing, because I'm receiving so many questions about this hopeless devs that trust the power of big names and influencers. So I would like to share the latest trends and approaches about them. And maybe then we can talk about launch strategies, which I think this should be part of your marketing strategy, okay? So first of all, I've seen a LinkedIn article, and it was saying like Steam is the new TikTok. Do you agree on that? No. Well, I agree. Sorry, but why do I agree? Because nowadays, the game marketing has evolved so much, just like our brains, and the level of information that we are having. Now our attention span sucks. It's 8 seconds if you are lucky. And if you have ADHD like me, it's even worse. So this short format content is really helping to attract attention. So just having the Steam store and using as a Google Drive link to show your game to other people, it doesn't work. People want to see your brand, your visuals, your vibe, and the most important thing, the person who does this game. Because if you put a marketing person out there, they won't trust us. We are scammers. We are just like telling lies to people to manipulate them, which I don't believe that. But this is how the players and society in general, how they perceive marketeers. So I think it's important as a developer, you step in and then you talk about your game, you live stream your game, you just go and be your weird self. And if they don't like you, they don't like you. You cannot market everyone, just like in real world, we cannot be friends with everyone. And if you are friends with everyone, there's something horribly wrong with you and I don't trust you. So go and find your audience. Go find your people. And if they don't like you, it's okay. There are other games they can interest. But you have your people out there and you need to reach them out. And the fastest way, I see this like a discovery channels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, they are all discovery channels. Basically, just like nowadays you cannot go to a supermarket and just meet with a person and you both have the same likes and interests. It's almost impossible. Also, it gives me anxiety thinking that strangers come to talk to me, okay? But in TikTok, you don't have to talk to them in person. You don't have to feel their aura. That is just an opportunity to catch their attention. And it's like, this game looks cute. Oh, it looks really scary. Maybe in future I can consider that. So now they have a glimpse of an idea about your game. And that's how you like getting discovered. And yeah, it's nice that you have lots of views, lots of impressions, engagement in YouTube, and the easiest way to use TikTok as a discovery channel without burning yourself out or having existential crisis. If you are creating a short format content, just take that and just spread it around the other channels. You can go to YouTube Shorts and put the same TikTok video there. You can go to Facebook, avoid your relatives and put your Reels there. And same goes with the Instagram. So you don't have to really like go super all the way hardcore with that, and you don't need a TikTok dance. If you want to dance, go and dance. But you don't have to. I'm just warning you, because so many people, it's so cringy to be on TikTok. You know what is cringy? Earning less than $10 in a year, my friends. So moving on. Yes, people liked you on TikTok, but the real way that people make people stay, it's Discord. Everyone can put a video out there, but if you can get these people's genuine attention and they want to be in contact with you, they want to be part of your coven, let's say, that's a real win for me. Because in business life, I heard something called your network is your like real asset. It's the real richness, and it sounded so boring in the first place, but it's true. So the network, the online network that you are going to have in Discord, you need to imagine your Discord as a game table, and all these people sitting around your table already interested to be friends with you, and they're interested to get to know about your game, give their 2 cents. So this is why Discord make them stay, and that adds real value to your game. And also the Reddit. I think that's really important tool for devs to put themselves out there, because what is hot now is this like cool business jargon and like a corporate marketing like jargon and people in suits. I also get anxiety when I like see people in suits in game industry, because they look like they don't belong here. It's part of your personal branding, but Reddit is the same way. So when you are in Reddit, you don't need to have your suits. Go wear your band t-shirt or whatever you feel comfortable, and just talk your stuff. Show people, hey guys, I made this vertical slide. What do you think about that? What would you be changing if you would be me? I'm open to feedback and blah, blah, blah. And that's how you like create engagement that's based on real cases and real values, and that will last longer. No one wants to hear about this boring sales pitch from people. They want to see what is special in you. There are all the other games out there, but what makes this game stand out, and why should I buy your game? Like, maybe they just like your personality and they want to support you as a developer. That's also one option. And of course, then we come to Steam festivals. As I mentioned, Steam is an amplifier. It's not a marketing tool. But if you set the right thing at the right time, it's going to create like incredible leverage for your game. So let's assume that your demo is demoing, okay, and you already polished your game and you are close to launching your game. Then it's the perfect time to go and find the best Steam fest that fits to your genre, fits to your game, fits to your audience, and go and live stream there and then follow up. You will see how wishlists are like going crazy. Don't go there if you just have a boring trailer and just like putting them on repeat and people will come and visit and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. So be really active, build your community before you launching your game. And that's how you get success in 2025. So communities are your new PR agency. I don't say that like use people, but include them and co-create with them. And we came to the influencers. Of course, we saw the like rise of influencers lately with this like Twitch live streams and YouTube. And it seemed like YouTube was the leading platform when it comes to gamers, hangout, and so on. And this is how we started to approach this content creators, etc., then it got a really big industry, and there are so many money like spending on this. But what is happening in 2025 is just like imagine 2020 when that virus, global pandemic hit to us, and we all started to like feel the comfort or just jumping to our fantasy comfort zone, and this new trends appealed, such as like cottagecore. Like we wanted to live in a technologic world, and now we want to live in a forest. But I know Finns already did it before, it was cool. I respect that. But the opposites causes, especially in game marketing, a really contrast action. So now the market is oversaturated. There are so many big influencers out there, and you don't have money to pay them. So, oh, so bad, your game cannot have the chance to be visible. No, good news is that micro-influencers perform much better than micro-influencers. Why? Because we can relate to them. As a poor developer, can you relate to a AAA company employees' daily life and the money that they are spending and the opportunities that they are having? No, you admire them in a way, maybe you get a bit jelly, but you want to be with your people, and your people are the other poor people, okay? And so just go and find these influencers, the content creators, I would like to say. They are not like super big, but they are credible. You relate them, you respect what they say, and you consider their ideas, and that's how you influence people. Do you feel more influenced when you see like a giant ad slapped to your face, or a friend of you comes, dude, you should play this game, it's so awesome? Of course I would listen to the dude. Like I don't want to hit the buy button with those expensive ads because I don't feel safe. So that's really important. I have a link in there, the pay smarter, not higher part, because I want to come with data, and if you would like me to share the statistics, I can do it. So if you pay smarter, not higher to these big guys, like Mr. Beast and stuff, but if I would be an indie game dev, I would invest to a long-term marathon instead of like a really fast sprint, because this is a long-term game, and I would like to be, I don't want to build the hype and leave it, and build the hype and leave it. I want to keep it consistent, okay? So making deals with 10 micro-influencers who have, I don't know, like 500 like followers, whatever your KPIs, you can find related content creators and make deals with them. They will be happy because they earn money from this project, and they have like this appreciation towards your effort and your game and the sympathy, and that will translate to the audience. So don't fool yourself with these big guys, and don't think that you are not eligible for this kind of advertisement. You can do that. And another trending topic, what's hot, is that people don't want to have like this scripted, heavily produced narratives or live streams or reaction videos that looks fake. People want to see the raw authenticity, the awkwardness, the screams. I don't know, you name it, whatever you would see in your friends. We want to see different versions of them in our screens now. So it's not that acting like you're a AAA. It's like showing the potential and the fun. Or I don't know, if you make them think, that makes you think. So find the same vibe in content creators when it comes to influencer marketing. Okay, so now the launch. I think when I talk about this launch strategy, game devs cannot understand that it's related to your marketing strategy as well, and you should plan it before you put your game out there. Again, this starts with GDD or Holy Book. When you are writing your game idea and you make your marketing research, you need to check how your competitors launched their game. Did they make an early access? Did they come up with a demo? And how it benefit them? Stalk the hell out of them. So why you should do that? Because Steve, who is Steve? Steam loves demo-first marketing. It brings, do we have a Steve here? Thank God. Okay, so if you are out there putting, even though it's not perfect, but it gives a little taste, just like those supermarkets, they make you taste food, so you go and buy it. Maybe that moment, maybe later. But these demos are actually creating a really good engagement in your Steam page, which Steam loves it. They have this like bite-sized audience they experiment with. So if they see that people are downloading your game, people are writing comments, people are talking about your game, hope they are going to take you to more visible spaces because you have the potential to bring money to Steam or Steve, whoever is that. Hi. So yeah, Steam loves that. So I witnessed it in the first hand with our first VR game, and it was in 2017. People didn't even have VR goggles, and we wanted to have VR game. And I was new in game industry, although I had like 7 years of like experience in marketing field, in tech marketing. It was so hard for me because no school teach how you can like market a VR game to these people who doesn't even have VR headsets. How we will have the money? So, and you cannot target people who own the headset. What we did was experimenting a lot, and the smarter idea was making a demo, putting out there first, and check the data. Does it say that, okay, you can keep developing this game, or it's a hopeless case? Because if it doesn't have the potential or numbers or the data, it's not going to succeed in Steam. And in Steam, you need to have at least 7,000 wish lists to consider it as successful, or you are showing like a potential future for your partner Steam. If you cannot reach, I say like 7,000 wish list, and by wish list, it's not enough. You need to be active in those channels. You need to support like 360 with devlogs and contests and festivals, all the jazz. Then you have a chance. So I think demo is a really great opportunity that give you an excuse to go out there and talk about your game. And just be loud, be visible. And if you have those data, in future they are going to help you. Let's say that you want funding, you want money. They don't look how pretty your presentation is. They say, okay, show me the data. How many people download it? How are the reviews? How many content creators made videos about you? How many people you have in your Discord? These are the real currency, my friends. So I think that's a really cool strategy to do that. And early access is the same. But if you think that your game is not ready and you have a smart idea, I can maybe put this game to an early access, then when the time passes, it will get better and people will buy my game. It doesn't work like that. You will have bad reviews. So if you are not ready, don't make early access or launch. It's just giving fake hype and hopes to people. Don't oversell your game. Don't give promises that you cannot keep. Then you will annoy the gamers. And you know, gamers are spiteful. They will cancel you. They will haunt your nightmares. They will go to Reddit, talk about you. No resurrection after that, my friends. Wishlists are not guaranteed sales anymore. Well, we talked about it now, and yeah, you shouldn't rely. It's a good thing to brag about. Yeah, I have all this wish list. Yeah, but how they are going to buy? Are they coming to your Discord? Are they joining to your Reddit discussions? No? Good luck. You will fail. Timing is everything. So I learned this on my journey, that and we ported our game to 7 different platforms. So I had lots of in my plate, and I need to follow up all the big releases because, like, being a tiny creator in northern Finland and like knowing who am I going to compete is giving me the strength to like polish my weapons, find the right time, right place, because we don't have money, we don't have time. We need to succeed. So I checked, who are the big guys going to release that month? Okay, So if they are releasing now, they will pay all the advertisement, they will dominate the market, they will take all the visibility. So I will just like vanish to the void, and what's the point in that? So I choose another date that can give me more chance. So it's all about focusing to opportunities and grab them and use them at the right place at the right time. I highly recommend you on that. But some say, but there are some like big releases, and if you just jump into their hype train, they can make you viral. Yeah, million chance. And also you need to make some advertisement using their keywords. Is their game your game? It's again like treating people like they are fools. And we need to be honest about our game and what we are after for, even though that hype train will give you visibility. When people understand that your game is not their game, then you won't have players again. So don't do that, please. Now, let's pack it up and let's talk about the key takeaway points. You don't need to be everywhere. You need to be where your players at. Like, have you seen this like high-end brands making TV commercials? No, because we are not their audience. They are in this like yacht shows and like this expensive, luxurious events. They don't need to make TV commercials for brand awareness because their audience already know where they can find them and they want the status. So you need to do the exact same thing. You don't have to be all the social media channels. You need to choose 3 or whatever your energy and your time allows you to, and then go all the way and think smartly. How I can recycle this content and repurpose this content so I can share it in different channels. So that's that. Second thing, wishlists alone are not success, but also it doesn't mean that don't care about wishlists, okay? Wishlists are important. It's a really great indicator that you are doing something right. But when you are focusing wishlist, also think about how you are going to convert these people. What you need to offer them to be convinced that when you release the game, they are going to support you, they will buy you, how they will talk about, like, it's just like a friendship. When you meet someone, and they get to know you, they go to their own circle of friends and they start to talk about you. I hope they talk good about you. Then other people say, that person seems interesting. I want to meet them too. So exactly use the same logic when you are marketing. Your word of mouth marketing works much better than the paid advertisement for the long run. The era of loud influence is over. Welcome to the age of believable influence. Yes. And I think I haven't mentioned something here. I think smart use of AI, generative AI, it's really important as well, because I get so much cringe to see in this creative industry, so many people are using this ugly AI-made content that can be understood 5 kilometers away. And I think that is really disrespectful to our artists. But it doesn't mean that I'm a hypocrite and I use like AI in my daily life and I come to events and talk BS about this like AI. Integrate it to your workflow. You can use it as your assistant, but when it comes to art, when it comes to writing content, don't make copy-paste stuff from ChatGPT. We can all understand and it gives us the cringe. Give us your true self. That's what we are interested in. And it's already over, like saturated business and so many AI generate, because people think like, okay, I have AI, I can do whatever I want. I don't need a team. Good luck. Everyone will know when you use those like double M dashes and give the cringe. So make sure that you are doing things a bit more smartly and more quietly when you are dealing with AI. And I think we have more time ahead of us to integrate AI more ethically in our lives. And as a partially art historian, it really like hurts my heart to see this like fellow indie devs artists are suffering because of that. Moving on, momentum before launch, bigger visibility at launch. Don't wait until you publish your game. Go there with your ugly vertical slide and just share it with the world and tell them what you are planning. And building a meaningful wishlist often takes like I think I said over a year. So don't think that just 3 months you are sharing something, you can go silent until you publish your game. That's how those wish lists are turning to garbage if you do that. Don't stay silent. And now, let's talk about money. So this year I started to volunteer for IGDA Finland. How many of you are part of IGDA? Not bad, but we need more, and I think you will like what I'm gonna say. So now I'm one of the coordinators for the grant program in IGDA Finland. So what we are doing, this is an annual grant by IGDA Finland. We have two sponsors at the moment. One of them is Metropolia, another one is Supercell. And we are open smaller studios or brands to be part of this as well. And what we are doing is, financially, we are supporting you with 10,000 euros. Real added value comes from the mentors that you are going to work with. We have mentors over 15, 20 years experience from all these big companies that we admiring, and they are worldwide companies as well, such as Supercell and Metaplay, and All Hats. These people knows the industry. These people been there, suffered, and they are ready to help the fellow developers. So if you have a specific questions when you be the recipient of this grant, you will come and say, Begüm, I'm really struggling with this business topic. I don't know what to distress. And okay, we got you. And then we go and find a mentor that fits your problem. And you have one-to-one talks with people with some sipsy and some cola or whatever drink you prefer. And maybe even go to sauna, who knows? So I think this value I'm mentioning, that you will get financial support, you will get mentorship, which is priceless. And I think also finding your own community who understands and who supports you, and emotionally intelligent, it's a game changer. Yeah. And also, I think the visibility is really important, because we have all this IGDA, cities in Finland, but also we are part of the global IGDA program, which means that we will push you to the spotlight. Whenever we see, okay, go talk about your game. Okay, you are going to this event now, and this live stream now. And this is how you create word of mouth marketing, and you don't just disappear into the void, my friends. You need all the chance to be visible and haunt people's memories in a good way. So, what is the impact? First, you get help for marketing, you get help for localization, you cover your administration costs and accountant costs, testing equipment if you don't have it, so you can utilize this money for that. 10,000 euros is not that of a big deal, but it still does something, right? You would love to have 10,000 euros. I would love. So, who is it for? Are you a self-publishing dev? Are you, yeah, good. I want to see self-publishing devs here. Yeah, go. Yes, oh my God, 2. Okay, good. Poor people. And you are looking to get visibility, and you are looking for an experience feedback, and you need to have a timeline that you are saying that, okay, I will release this game in 1 year. I will no longer postpone it. It will be ready. Then you are the one. You should go and apply. And the requirements for that, and this is our main focus, because we want to highlight the diversity and inclusion aspect of it, and all of our sponsors and partners and mentors are thinking the same way. We want to support women and minority-led studios, because we know how they faced these difficulties when they are looking for funding, looking for visibility. So I think the priority is them. And another one is, of course, the newcomers, because I've been there, we've been there. It's so hard to find your own spot in the game industry. So we want to give you the opportunity to go and shine your light. So if you're a newcomer in game industry, you are more than welcome. And then I think this is going to be the 3rd year of the grant program, which is happening in March or April. I can say spring 2026. Still have time. Prepare those vertical slides. And then we are going to focus to the experience team. But if you are fitting to this diverse team and newcomers, go and apply for it. Moving on. An established company, you need to get ütunuz. You need a team, or if you're a solo dev, that's perfectly fine. You need a vertical slice or a demo. We don't want videos, trailers submitted. We want vertical slices. A solid pitch deck and a credible GDD with market research and competitor research. Don't forget marketing. And 50% of the team has to be the IGDA Finland members. By the way, this evening at Kampi, Maxine, we have a gathering, IGDA Helsinki, so you can come and meet other weirdos and you can ask your questions because also the decision makers are participating to this event. So don't be shy. Go and just talk with people or don't hide in a corner. So that's the QR code. Take a photo, please. Thank you. And also you can also scan it, and it's the link tree where you can follow and get the latest news about the grant program. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Yeah, now it's time for questions and answers if we have time. Oh. No, don't. Oh, my closing slide. It was the evil eye. Okay.
Let's go backwards. Let's not go to the game jam.
Yes.
There we go.
The last one.
Thank you, Begüm.
Thank you.
That's a nice talk.
Oh, thank you.
I was just, first off, I want to ask about because this is for Finnish developers and the members of the IGDA Finland. But do you know if the international IGDA or other chapters have similar kind of grant programs?
I think each country has their different programs, but I am not fully aware of the specific programs. We are focusing to Finland now. But what I know is, for example, IGDA, like Sweden, they are not as active as they are as us. So I would use this chance to jump in. But we can also connect you, the global IGDA people.
So if you're not yet in Finland, you should come here because we're pretty active in these kind of things. All right, so there is a chance for the audience to ask questions. There is already one coming up, so wait for the mic. But we're gonna ask first, like, how do you follow trends? Because you kind of in marketing, you have to follow, I guess, a lot of these marketing trends, and everything is moving really fast. What's your poison for that?
My poison is intoxicating myself by using social media by myself. For my own purposes. I had really big like Instagram following back in the day. I think it was like 3-4 years ago. But as I'm a marketing professional, if I indulge myself way too much to that kind of content and spend too much time personally, I lose my energy and I become fatigued to my clients' problems. So first I put the oxygen mask to myself, I take a step back, and then I use this like community social media channels with marketing goggles. I don't indulge myself there. I am the shadow lurker. I just stalk people silently and professionally, and that's how I get my potions.
That's super nice. We had a question here in the front by someone who has been already talking here. So please stand up and state your name.
I am Ibrosgi, also known from half an hour ago, maybe an hour. You mentioned specifically self-publishing developers, which got me thinking, do you think the current game industry has any place for indie publishers?
Been there, done that. So when we, like back in those days when I was working for the VR game, I worked there like almost 5 years. So we published the game, it became successful, then we published another game, investors and all the jazz. Then we started to see the potential of publishing other developers' games. So we wanted to help these developers who wants to self-publish by supporting them. And there was demand. So of course, we are witnessing really, like, sadly, this layouts and people try to like make their own game because they still love it. I say, no, nothing should stop you. Just go and put yourself out there, and it's mostly for yourself. You did your best and trust the process. I think luck loves the one who are well prepared. So if you are prepared, you will be more aware of what can take you to another level, and you meet same-minded people and networks. So I think if you want to do if there is a will, there is a way. Don't wait for miracles or other publishing agencies. Put yourself out there, and that's it. That's what I would do, because I'm crazy.
Thank you. There's another question here in the corner. Please stand up. And state your name.
Hi, Perttu Hamalainen from Aalto.
Hi.
Thanks for the great talk, both of them. So a question about the IGDA grant, which I'm sure is of interest to many of the students here. So you mentioned specifically that to apply, you need a GDD. There's so many different ways to do a GDD. So do you have a template or an example that you can give to students?
I think I can speak with my team, and if you are in need of some examples, maybe we can gather and show you the previous participants' GDDs. And don't be shy, please. We are here for you. We want you to succeed. We want you to win. If you have any, again, existential crisis toward GDD or how to apply, just come to us. It's like, Begüm, I don't know how to make GDD. Okay, that's like, this person knows, girl. Let's make you meet, and you will be fine. Just ask help. And in Turkish, we have a saying, if a baby doesn't cry, no one gives the pacifier. Cry loud, because if you don't cry, you will die hungry.
But that's just a generally really good thing, because to say in all sorts of things, like there's a lot of people that love to answer questions, so we shouldn't be too shy about that. They would say no if they are not able to help you. It's a very good one. Any more questions? There's one. The mic is coming, so please stand up and state your name.
Thanks a lot for the great talk, Alp from Replay. I would like to ask, if you were going to make a game now, would you prefer to make it in a trendy topic and compete with other great developers, or choose a less trendy topic and hope that you can get some traction from Steam to put you there?
Oh, very nice question. Okay, first of all, I am thinking always with intention. The way I work and I live is uniting data with my instincts and my intentions. So first of all, my intention would be, why would I put myself in a position where I don't enjoy playing this game, but doing it only to get some attention or money from outside? My intention, and which follows by my attention, is I want to do something that gives me joy. I want to feel accomplished. I have motivation, and I know where to go, whom to go, and get second and third opinions and whatsoever. So that's the first thing. When I know, okay, I want to make a psychological horror game, and then I would think, okay, how they are performing. Make a market research and play lots of demos, free demos, and check what other devs are doing and what is missing there. Then finding what is missing and then adding to my game and saying like, this game is like this game, but you don't have to deal with like horrible mechanics because I fixed it. People will come and I will steal their audience. And that's how I will be successful, hopefully.
What kind of games do you play yourself, or what kind of games marketers play?
I don't play many games. To protect my mental health, because I think these creative industries are really challenging when it comes to burnout and like this decision fatigue. But I like playing. I'm such a softie, by the way. I like to look scary and intimidate people outside, but I'm such a softie, so I can say my favorite games are the ones that make me cry, such as Stray, and also yes, cats. Yeah, I need more cats, but this is another topic that we can discuss.
Lecture, exactly.
Yeah, and I liked Undertale. I like this. Like, for example, I can't play Overwatch. First, I'm 36 years old. I'm too old for that shit. I cannot. Okay, someone feels. That's my experience. I have an inner Mummo in me, okay? I wait for my retirement to get a mökki manifesting. Anyways, yes. And I like playing games such as like, nowadays I'm playing Wisp of Will. Will of Wisp, the cute owls and so on. Will of Wisps, yes. So I cannot stand horror games. Like I gathered with my friends last 2 weeks ago in a basement together. We have this like horrible movie nights. But this time the theme was Halloween and they were playing this itch.io games, the horror games. some people lost their hearing because I was screaming so loud. I couldn't play Silent Hill because like when I found myself chained to that like bed and there was like Pyramid Head and the nurses were coming, I just screamed and turned my TV and just ran away.
It's so fantastic when you ask from people that whether they play games and they say they don't play games, and then comes a list of games.
Yeah, but I can say that like I'm this like super hardcore. I think I'm more a marketeer than a hardcore gamer. So that's why I'm, as you can see, I'm not an academician as well. I do my own thing.
Final question before we go for the summary of today is that we've seen, for instance, in TikTok that it's more and more also with big marketers.
Yeah.
So the things that you've described, the kind of the indie developer toolkit or approaches, do you think that the big companies sort of in hunt for authenticity are sort of also coming to those spaces in those strategies of?
Definitely, yes, because there is something called employee branding. These big companies want to work with other like managers or marketeers that can influence others and bring more attention, because finding a real talent is so hard. Like I worked with Nokia, and during those time I collaborated with this like HR teams to attract more talent to the company, because it's such a hard thing to find specifically technical people there. And they also wanted to help with the minorities and like this like women devs and engineers, etc. Finding and keeping real talent is real hard, and the big companies will do everything they can, spending money, sponsoring things, just to be visible, to attract people like you. So it's very possible to see those people are influencing in social media as well.
Yeah, okay. We are a little bit ahead of time. I do have one more question, though.
Yes.
Because we do have time. I was like a bit mixed.
Do you want us?
This is the easy one. So where do you see the future of the game marketing in, like, what kind of place we are in 5 years from now? That's a long time, but still a little bit thoughts for that.
Well, I understand how I came to this age, so time flies. Shout out to old people. Exactly. Like my back is already aching and I make sound every time I stand up. So the year is really flying by. I can see the game marketing is becoming more a relaxed and chill environment where people give more value to being human than being perfect. So we want to see flows, we want to see authenticity, we want you to see yourself embarrassing. Not all the time, but sometimes it can help you to connect with people. So I see a more authentic space, and not all the other countries like working like Finland. When it comes to working here, I see that all these competitor companies sharing data with each other just to help each other to grow better. But for example, in Istanbul, it is so hard to get data from another competitor. So people are not helping each other because it's late stage of capitalism. Everyone wants to win, but it's different here. And we can use this advantage as well. I want to see more people helping each other to grow in future as well.
What a beautiful words to sort of end this session. So thank you so much, Begüm.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.